Like if I bought it for 30% less than the market value at the time, then I feel like I have a 30% cushion. This episode of the Under the Table podcast is brought to you by Shrubs.me.
They say AI is taking everyone's jobs, and honestly, no one knows whose is safe. But here's the thing. When you own your audience, your content, and your brand, you don't wait for someone else to save you. You build your own future. Shrubs puts everything you create in one beautiful hub. More reach, more fans, more income. Shrubs.me, your future, your rules. And when you get there, I'll be right there with you, helping you thrive and grow.
If you go back to the days when we were buying Thelma, for example, I would talk a lot about when the market, because everybody thought I was crazy, right? Because the market was falling apart right
for
then.
townhouses, yeah.
Well, for everything, everybody thought I was crazy just to buy
If the
something.
whole plan, but if the whole plan had been put in place in front of people that you had, I don't think that many people would have thought you were crazy.
A lot of people still thought I was crazy.
Well,
I
think you had a great plan that no one knew about, and that's why you did well.
Right. And so what was the point?
The craziness of buying at a time when everyone said no.
Well, so if you go back, part of the thesis that I work with is that even in a down market, okay, so first of all, you're not buying something at market value. You're buying something because you think it's a reduced value, right? But you have
built-in equity.
Well, you just think that like if I bought it for 30% less than the market value at the time, then I feel like I have a 30% cushion. But I also have the fact that like I have an assembly that's put together, and that adds value than, just having one house. And then when you put an application in and you get some zoning, right? Or even some feedback, like these things push the value up. So even if you have these market forces pushing you down, first, you already have the purchase price discount that you have to come down. And then you have whatever the hell this is doing up, like maybe end up even, which is not great, but it's like better than losing money.
I get it.
Right?
I get it.
And you end up in a point in time where, you look out from the cave and it looks okay. There's no radiation anymore, right? You can go outside and you can maybe sell
the deal that we're putting the offer in right now. My terms were, I want to see an appraisal. I want to know what the property is going to appraise for, to figure out how we're going to finance it, and B, what that appraiser is going to be using in order to appraise the property to determine how we're going to exit. Mm-hmm. And so my risk is $1,500 for an appraisal.
And trusting that appraisal. Like, it's not like when the market's on the way up.
But the appraisal, I'm not talking about the appraisal for what the price is I'm going to pay or what the price is of anything else. I just want to know what right now is going to be deemed of value, because the bank's going to use that appraisal. This is the bank's appraiser. And then when they go to refinance me for me to get the money back, it's going to be the same appraiser, because
well, you want to see how they're viewing your property.
Exactly. And you ask the appraiser and you say, hey, well, if we did this and that, what would you do? If we had this much income, what would you do? And you basically feel them out. And so then now my risk is $1,500. And so if the appraisal comes back and it doesn't do what I need it to do in order for this deal to work, it just doesn't work. Mm-hmm. Well, and if it does, then I'm going to say, hey, this is my strategy. Today, I'm going to buy it at this price. This is how much I'm going to finance it. Here's my money. There's my IRR. There's my timeline on being able to get it fixed. Yeah. Here's what I'm going to cash out for. Yeah. And if all that works, then I got a deal. And I don't care if the market goes down in the next few years, because we're not selling it.
Yeah, real deal makers and real estate guys, I don't think that they just stopped looking at deals the last 4 years. Like, everybody's been looking, but I do think like there was a period where even I was like, I'm not even fucking looking at anything, because I already have a lot going on. I don't think I'm that lucky that I'm going to get another great thing going on. And I don't even know what's going on with anything. So I don't think now is the right time to even look, because the problem is especially if a lot of developers,
your deals are
no, different. But it's like, I'm a deal junkie, TK, guys.
But your deals right now
Yes, they're
right?
different. I get it. But like,
The risk factor is a
I
lot
can
higher.
find another one tomorrow, TK, and get all fucking excited about it. And then I gotta find more money and do all this
Yeah.
shit again. And like it's there's a lot going on because the market's so fucked, right? If the market was rip roaring, it'd be like, can I have 10 million? Okay. Can I have 10 million? Okay. Can I like right? It wouldn't even matter. But now it's like, can I borrow $1 million? It's like, well, I gotta see, blah, 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 and I'm gonna need you to sign this, and I need the
Yeah.
keys to your car, and whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
It's very difficult now, and so guys didn't stop looking, but now I feel like there's like a different comfort level, right? Like it's like
Yeah.
we're in this zone where like you really should be able to make numbers make sense again if you're forward thinking enough. And part of the problem is like the old way of thinking, and maybe it's not a problem. Um, like you base it on today's pricing. You base it on today's construction costs, today's sale pricing, today's land costs, and it's like you don't add in anything for appreciation and you don't deduct anything because you think things are going to get cheaper, right? And so I don't
Mhm.
know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I think you need to kind of be a dreamer and an optimist. And I think that sentiment, that comfort behind you makes you go, I can make this fucking deal work. I can put
Yeah.
this thing together. Like, don't you know who I am? I can put this thing together. And
Just
it's
like
like
it just has to be like
the
this is my
danger
worst
is
case scenario. This is what it is. And as long as I'm okay for it to get there, right? Which the guys right now it's purpose-built rentals. Like,
everybody,
all right,
everything.
our returns are going to be garbage, but we're going to build a building
We're going to do something.
and